Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Open. And it's no coincidence I happen to open up with a big old smile in my face, chuckling a little here and there because we've got Marilyn Torres in the house. That's right. She is no stranger to success. Her credits include plays like Agony of the Agony, the Downtown Plays, and Breath Boom, and movies like Maid in Manhattan, Bella, and Lady in the Water. She's also part of the cast for the web series East Willy B, and now she's doing double duty as the writer and star of SANE. Here to discuss more about this play with us is Marilyn Torres. Hello.
Yay. Good morning. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. Very exciting. Very exciting. You know, just share with everyone a little bit about your background because you're like a little bit of everything in the performance component, right? Because you do film, you do theater, you write, you do comedy, you do drama. I think I just said it.
She just said it. There you go. So I love doing all mediums. My favorite is probably theater because I get to have sort of control over what I say, and I get to create parts for myself that I wouldn't normally be cast as, but I get to say what I really want to say.
How long have you been doing this now?
What, the solo work?
Just everything.
Everything, probably over like about 20 years now. I've been in the game.
Yeah, you've been in the game for a minute now, and it's just interesting that you would say that you get to create the role that you would like to be, right? Or
yes.
Present or
yes.
represent.
Yes.
Just talk a little bit about that because you've been on Law and Order, you've been on the Chris Rock show, you've
yes.
been in the actual national side. So the fact that you're saying, oh, I get to write, let's talk about the two differences.
Well, when you are working for someone else, you're working for somebody else's creative flow, so to speak. When I do someone's film, per se, or if I do TV, I'm doing parts that are written by someone else. And I don't necessarily get parts that although I've been very lucky though, because I've gotten to do parts where I get to do my thing, which is character work, but I don't always go in for things that I know I'm capable of doing. So it could be good and then it could also be very frustrating. So I then go on my own and I create my own thing and I do what I know I'm capable of, and it's very fulfilling.
That's awesome. No, it's awesome that you're able to differentiate and understand that, okay, this is what I do here, but yeah, this is what I can actually contribute, let's say.
Yeah.
Right? And so in that contribution, you actually tap into serious topics and somehow able to make it comical, which is not very easy to do.
Yes, but it's I think it's my thing because I would say growing up, comedy for me was what helped me to survive, and it's become very. I use it a lot in my theater.
In your work, yeah.
So I'm able to take topics like AIDS or domestic violence or going to a GYN appointment and seeing the funny in it as well as the stuff that is serious.
Right.
And it seems to be what I know how to do.
And you do
so
it well.
I do it. Thank you.
You do well.
Thank you.
You do well.
Thank you.
Add. I've been following Marilyn. I've known Marilyn for quite some years.
Yeah, we've known each other.
I don't want to admit that. Yeah, I've been in the game 20 years, but it's about that. We've been in this game.
It's been a long time.
Yes,
We've been hitting it for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. Bah, and taking it. También.
Yes.
So that being said, she's in this new production, right? Because she has a couple of one-woman shows, and this is the newest one, and she's able to play like various characters to the T. And what I really appreciate about your work is that, like I said already, is that she takes real people and real situations and is able to find the comedy in the situation, no matter how devastating the situation is. I mean, some of them are just straight up drama, but just, you had this one piece that I've seen you do on domestic violence that I believe is part of this production. And
well, she's not coming on this ride. the piece that you're talking about, is called Rita Power.
Okay.
And it's about a girl who gets out of a domestic violence situation through watching West Side Story. And so she emulates Rita Moreno, and she kicks this guy's butt in light of being Rita Moreno. So she gets inspired and she's moved, and she's able to get out of the situation. This group of people that are coming on this ride, SANE, it's not insane, I'm playing with the idea of things that drive women and men insane, and how we cope on a daily basis, and how we're not able to really say what we feel, and we're not able to really be who we are. I have one character who is, she's about to be executed, and she's an African American woman, and she fell into a really bad relationship, and so people are going, well, she's crazy, and she did this crime, and she's here to set the record straight that there are things that drive us to insanity that are not quite, we never really explore that, and we never really find out the reasons why
people are the way they are.
Why we become imbalanced.
Right,
yeah,
right,
and
right.
I'm really interested in shedding light on that. I'm interested in shedding light on issues that pertain to women especially. I feel like a lot of times we're misunderstood. I want to deal with issues like mental illness, to poverty, to being Latina in the business. That could drive you insane. So it's my passion. People are my passion. I believe in people. I believe in the human race, and I believe in all people. So I like to hit other. I'm Puerto Rican, and I can do Latina roles, but I also like to get into other cultures and other frame of minds. I think we're all in this together, and I think it's a universal thing.
Yeah,
so
you hit it right on the mark. That's right. It is a universal thing. Now, which leads to the word sane. Why did you choose the word sane as opposed to insane?
Because all the characters that you're going to see are becoming sane. And it doesn't necessarily mean, and then it's questioning what is being sane. Because I know in my own life, my life has been crooked, but it's my crooked, and sometimes people will go, well, she's crazy, and I'm like, well, no, I'm actually not crazy, because I'm speaking my mind. I'm actually being very sane.
Right.
So these women and these men are gonna sort of like explore that whole idea of what is sane and what is not sane, and what drives you insane, and how do you deal with your insanity, and how do you deal with trying to get sane, and we're gonna do it. We'll all do it. Me and my characters will do it with humor and with a lot of heart.
I'm sorry. I got a big old smile because I could just imagine the ride.
Come to the party.
I know.
Come to the party.
I could just imagine.
Yeah,
the
because
ride.
there's a little bit of I believe there's a little bit of everything for everybody. Like there's something for everybody that you can sort of connect to and go, that's me, or I know somebody that's like that, or I can maybe understand my mom now, or I can, I'm dealing with caretaking. A lot of women and men are dealing with caretaking, and nobody really wants to talk about it, and we're sort of all going like, okay, this is the way it's supposed to be, but it's also frustrating. It takes up a lot of time. Your life changes. It's real.
It's real.
It's real.
So that's what you got. You got real characters that are being put up in a one-woman show. She's going to portray all the characters, which I'm sure is going to be fabulous. I'm looking forward to it. And when is it running? When is it running?
So it's going to be at Latea Theater, 107 Suffolk Street in Delancey. And it's going to be on September 25th at 8 and October 2nd at 8.
So it's only 2 nights.
Two nights.
So it's September 25th and October 2nd, which means we gave people sufficient notice to actually check it out. And you can go to teatrolatea.com in order to get that information. And, thank you, Marilyn, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on all the work that you've endured, because, in this business, there's a factor that needs to be acknowledged, and that's the endurance, because there's people who come in and then they go.
Yeah.
And somehow, you've been able to stay in the game and do it your way, which
Thank
is
you.
really appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks. All right. Once again, for more about SANE, you can check it out at Teatro Latea on September 25th and October 2nd. And of course, you can go to teatrolatea.com for more information.